All right. Hello there. Welcome to another live stream. This one is a game dev stream, and I have something kind of important I have to mention here at the top of the stream. Let me turn the music just down a little bit, a tiny bit. Oh, I think if I turn it down too low, the Streamlabs won't pick it up. All right, let's go ahead and get started then. Why is the webcam not showing? There we go. So I have to bring this up. It's very important that I do, relating to this game and just the channel in general. I generally don't talk about certain topics on stream, especially personal matters, politics, that sort of thing. But life is very complicated at the moment. So how that's going to affect this game is, it might affect it a little bit, but I will be making the effort to actually make this a game like real, like for sale. It has to go out on sale at some point. I will be dedicating 150% of the effort, if I have to make this an actual playable game, because life is moving and it's moving fast. And you know, the outlook is very frightening at the moment, and I really need this game to be like complete, ideally before the end of this year. So that's the goal, is actually make this game a reality, not just game development for the sake of game development. I'm not making anything on these streams really, unless someone donates, but I need money and I need to make a product with my skill set. I'm already doing it with YouTube, with the videos and stuff like that. I need to do the same thing with my game dev knowledge. So yeah, this game is going to be a real game. I'm gonna make sure of it. So I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the design doc, into the technical doc, and I will be more or less overhauling the game and refining it to how I want it to look from one milestone to another. Because right now I'm only really working on the first milestone, just basically getting the basic gameplay mechanics working. That's still the goal for the first milestone, but I need additional milestones. I've already got things planned out for the MVP, which is the minimum viable product. I want to go beyond that, and I want to like figuring out when the game, if and when the game comes out in early access near the end of the year. What is the next update? What is the update after that? And so on and so on. I want to build, at least in document form, what the development of the game is going to look like. So right now on the streams, I'm only worried about getting the actual like gameplay mechanics working. That's what I'm going to be focusing on stream. Can I buy you a 15 pack of Arizona? No, Daniel, because right now I'm talking about the fact that I need money. So no, I'm not buying you anything. I need money. That's why I need to make this game actually playable one day. This isn't on screen. Okay, so anything on the right, on the left screen is not visible. That's good. Let me fix my hair. Actually, I keep forgetting. Just move this to the other monitor. There we go. Nope. Messed it up. It looked fine. Ruined it. I forgot it's reflected. There we go. Okay. Cool. So, let's review what Vessels is again, because I gotta do this every time. So Vessels is basically a job simulator type game where you are looking for special artifacts that are imbued with spiritual energies. And this world spiritual energy kind of flows freely, but these specific, like these artifacts, vessels, are usually formed from negative emotions, so like pain, fear, you know, stuff like that, negative emotion responses. So anything where there's some kind of suffering or emotional stress will form these vessels. And in the game takes place in modern times, vessels are illegal. There's like a whole underground market for vessels and potions that are made from vessels, and all sorts of technology that's related to the artifacts. So you're going into a location, you are hunting for the vessels, for other treasures. You are also looking for story notes and stuff like that, to uncover the story of the location, not only through notes but also through the artifacts as well. I know we're going from like location to location eventually, but it's basically kind of like a job simulator hybrided with a ghost hunting game, but not really. There's no actual ghosts, but I do want to add that crate factor with like audible sounds. I guess sounds are audible, idiot. With sounds and, you know, maybe hallucinations and that type of thing. I'm drawing a little bit from various different games. The document has a whole list of references here. Like, I'm taking little bits and pieces from games like Resident Evil, Phasmophobia, Lethal Company. I forgot to add Stalker 2 in here, or I guess just Stalker in here. We'll just throw in Stalker 2 because that's the newest one. I gotta add some stuff to this eventually. This is definitely out of date, but yeah, I'm taking, you know, inspiration from various different games that have a creepy factor to it, but also it's a job simulator. Basically, you're hunting for this and that to pay for this, essentially. All right. So I wanted to go through some new additions in here. So I wanted to come up with my own, like, you know, it's the loot ranking system that every game has. And so I was looking at Skyrim, or maybe, I don't know if it's in the other games, in the other Elder Scrolls. I was looking at the way that they label the soul gems, and I really like the way that they did it. So I think it's actually petty. I replaced minor, or petty, with minor, and then lesser, and then common, which I replaced with ordinary, greater, and grand. So that's, you know, you could say that's inspired from Skyrim, the way that they label the soul gems. I just made a couple of adjustments, and I gave a color to each of these. I chose red because I'm kind of tired of the whole, you know, gray, green, blue, purple, red, yellow system. I wanted to break the mold a little bit there. Nothing too major, really. That's what I added there. So that's going to be the ranking system for everything, and the rank will determine the value. I guess that's pretty much it for the value, and then maybe even for certain items, it might even determine the a prefix in the name. All right, so anomalies is something I added recently. This is actually one of the things that inspired from Stalker 2. So they might not be called anomalies, but excuse me. So these anomalies would be basically a physical presence due to the energy that is, you know, around the particular location, but more specifically around certain powerful vessels. So basically it's just like a area of denial type thing that will make it difficult for the player to move through a certain area. Maybe I don't think they'll always. For sure they won't always be near a powerful vessel. Occupy or guard the most powerful vessels. Or deny entry into deny entry into certain spaces. So these anomalies would basically, it would be area of denial type of mechanic, with various different effects. One is straight up just blocking the player, physically blocking the player from moving into an area. This one, this is where like the alternate types of equipment would come in handy. If your flashlight suddenly can't work anymore because of an electrical anomaly, now you have a reason to bring a torch with you because your flashlight won't work. So you'll be able to have multiple types of equipment that do more or less the same thing. Really, it's just the light source I think is going to be very important because the game you're playing in the dark. You need to have a light source with you. So I actually went ahead and started listing out all the different types of equipment that I can at least think of at the moment that I know for sure I want in the game. So these are the light sources. We have a torch, which will burn out. You can learn a recipe to craft them. I think you might be able to find them. I think I might add those in as something you can find. But they are not electronic, obviously, so they'll work all the time. Unless I decide to add wind, maybe. I'm not sure if I'll do that. But the torch will be the basic thing that'll work all the time. They burn out, so eventually they'll, have to discard it. The lantern, more or less the same thing, but it requires fuel. No, we're not going to do the chatbot, I forgot. Yeah, it requires fuel, so I believe I need to add fuel as an item that you can find in the game. Lantern fuel, essentially. So it'll run out eventually, but it's reusable. That's the good thing. And then the flashlight, which there's a restriction to that. It needs batteries. Batteries are going to be a thing as well. Needs batteries. Requires batteries. Won't work in electrical anomalies. There we go. I had to change that because the nomenclature is now anomaly. For now, who knows if it'll change. So yeah, you have different options, all with their positives and negatives, essentially. I would say, bring a torch just in case the flashlight stops working or you run out of a battery. And then I have, I'm just thinking of what gameplay mechanics I want to be available in the future, whether these make it into the early access or not. So I wanted various different types of detectors. So there's an audible detector. So what this would do is it would make an audio cue that would originate from any vessels that are within range. And I'm guessing the way I'm gonna have to limit these things from being like overpowered is it needs a battery for each use. So if you have no more batteries, you can't use your detector anymore. So yeah, an audio cue from the vessel, and this would for sure be limited to like certain levels. Like I don't want you to be able to find the story-based vessels super easily. In fact, most of those are going to be tied to like puzzles and locked corridors or buildings and stuff like that. It's gonna require some work to get to those. So I think these sort of things, these detectors would be tied to, like if I go up here, minor, lesser, and ordinary vessels, which aren't generally going to be related to the story. Did I finish this up here? I don't think I finished the anomalies, but like, one is like a debuff. Your resilience is basically your buffer for losing your sanity, which is your health. So it would debuff your resilience. Physically slow you down. That's another anomaly effect. Audio and visual hallucinations could also be a cool thing too, but there might be more. Anyways, back here. So there's the... Oh, I should probably call this... No, that's already called audible. Never mind. Yeah, that's like an audio cue. The ping detector would be a visual cue or a visual effect for nearby vessels. And then the you know what? Okay, the naming might need to change, but this last one is what I kind of want to be like the late game detector, but I might have to look at this again. But this one, the visual detector, first of all, it is destroyed on use, so it's a one-time use only. It reveals invisible vessels, because there are going to be invisible vessels that can only be revealed via certain options. The visual detector, a potion, a consumable, that sort of thing. So it'll reveal invisible vessels if they're in range of the detector radius. Causes vessels to have a visual effect similar to the ping detector, but I think this will be like more. This will last longer. These are all temporary things, obviously, like temporary audio cue, temporary visual cue, temporarily, visible on your screen or not invisible, essentially. And then one-time use for this one, because I want to make that one more of a late game thing. And then I went ahead and started conceiving, what can we do with the potions? Well, you could consume it, like straight up. You could just drink it. A potion dispenser could spray the potion effect around you, and it'll be a little more efficient than just drinking it. But that would also require a battery. So I'm thinking you can just straight up drink a potion, or you can use the potion dispenser, which is a little more efficient. Like, it'll last longer, essentially. And then a potion injector, which is a higher tier. You're basically injecting into your body slowly, so the effects last longer, significantly longer. But it can only be done a certain amount of times because, the effects on your body. So one of the things that I definitely want to mention, Bill Collector, we're not doing, what's it called? We're not doing sound effects for this. Game dev stream. Focus. One thing I did want to mention, for like a general rule for the whole game, whenever you're doing something that required some kind of vessel or an energy or a special type of ingredient, if it requires that and you're either injecting it or you're spraying it onto your body, you're gonna lose your sanity. So if you make a consumable that buffs your resilience, your sanity resilience, you're gonna lose resilience, or you're gonna lose sanity, because you consume something that had some kind of spiritual energy tied to it. So just imagine like a consumable that requires like a magical mushroom to make. Your resilience is gonna go up, but your sanity is gonna drop. If you take a potion, your sanity is gonna drop, no matter the effect. If you enter a specific type of anomaly, your sanity is going to drop. That sort of thing. That is going to be the balance where, like, preventing you from literally looting the whole building before the end of the night, before your health drops to 0. You're gonna be limited to how much you can actually pick up, because the moment you touch a vessel, the moment you accept it in your inventory, you're losing sanity. With each thing that you do that reduces your sanity, you're kind of cutting yourself off. Hi, Elijah. No, yeah, we're not doing, what's it called? Sound commands today, because it's a game dev stream. So you're going to want to increase your resilience by upgrading the player, because there's going to be player upgrades. You're going to want to take a consumable that also increases your resilience. Or you could say, I don't want to take this vessel, these smaller vessels, because they're not worth losing my sanity, and they're not worth the price, the value, essentially. You have options. I might do the dynamite thing. I was thinking this could be a way to like clear debris, in case I want to do like a hard wall, like literally, to block you from reaching a certain place. But say you find the dynamite recipe, or you buy it, you craft the dynamite before you go on a hunt, and boom, the dynamite will help you clear the debris. There's going to be a wooden axe to help clear wooden debris, and also that'll help you collect wood. I imagine wood would definitely be a good item to add as a crafting ingredient. And this is something that is definitely for much later in the game. But it is... I'm not even going to explain the title, because like the title's nonsense at this point. I might change it. But basically... I gotta turn this down, dude. Because we're starting in Europe and, you know, European-esque locations. When the game expands outwards and you reach like the later game locations, you're going to be traveling internationally. One of the aspects of the whole backstory to vessels is that they are taboo. They're illegal. You're going to get them they're going to be confiscated at any border check, essentially. You can't fly internationally with these things. You got to carry a special container that basically blocks that energy from being detected. So that's what this container is for. It's a special type of equipment that you have to get later if you want to go to an international location. Early game levels won't require that because you're kind of like, you know, you're in Europe somewhere. I have no fucking clue. Imagine you're in the EU, so you don't actually have to, you know, there's no border patrol essentially for each country. I think that's how EU works, more or less. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that locally in the first few levels, but eventually you do need this if you want to collect vessels at a international location. Otherwise you have to throw the vessels away and you come home with nothing, and it's a waste. Alright, those are some of the equipment ideas. Toasty question, what happens if you post something racist in the Discord server? Which Discord server? Which? Bill collector. I'm not gonna unmute this video because I don't want to. Read the rules of the Discord server, bill collector. That'll answer your question. Anyways. I think that's all of the new stuff that I've added. I haven't really touched the story yet. I do have a story document, a story bible, I guess you could say. But I haven't shown that on stream because I don't want to show the story, obviously. I want to keep that under wraps. Technical document. Oh yeah, so I learned something quite interesting recently. I gotta still turn this down. I think on a song per song basis I need to change the volume. So Asana is trash. The task board software website I was using. It's trash. So, I guess back in the day when I was using it in school, what was I gonna say? Back in the day, you could just use it, and it was fine. I think maybe because I was a college student, I would, you know, declare when you're using it, I'm a college student or something like that. I don't know. But apparently, there are premium features that get locked behind a subscription. So when I started up the project, like task board, it forced me to accept, like, to use the trial essentially, which allowed me to use the premium features. Some of those features are like borderline, like, super basic features. I don't know why they're locked behind a subscription model, but I guess companies got to make money somehow. So yeah, fuck Asana. I'm just gonna do this from now on, because I couldn't. So once that trial period ended, I couldn't even use the taskboard that I set up because it had premium features that were in use. So yeah, this is what I was able to get from Asana. I exported the board, the taskboard. This is what it gave me. It just gave me a bunch of fucking random ass text, but I was able to tell like each of the tasks right here and whether if they were complete or not. We're not doing that obviously, and we're not using Asana ever again. I will just use Google Docs because it's free, unless it one day becomes not free. Once you have all the mechanics, is that when you will build the maps? Well, I'm not gonna be building the maps. I'm using pre-made maps because I no bueno at level design. Probably, I mean, I haven't tried that much, but yeah, I'm gonna just use pre-made maps. I have like a whole list of like tons of different asset packs that I can use for free technically. Jesus. All right, so this is where I'm keeping track of all this shit. Here are the milestones. These first 3 are for early access, but these are gonna expand as I go. Like obviously, these are the core things I want to focus on in milestone 2, but there's also other things I gotta do at some point. Those will get added as I work. I think I went over this last time, maybe not. So I went through and actually like organized this a bit better. But the technical doc is where I'm like putting down notes for the actual like pseudocode for the game. Pseudocode is basically just like the code, but just put it in plain English. So an example of pseudocode: on begin play of an exploration level, which is on begin play or event, you know, begin whatever, for it depends on the engine. Searchable containers randomly select if they will contain an item. That's pseudocode more or less. I'm just writing it down the general code layout for what a certain thing is going to do in the game, but in plain English. That's what this document's for. And also other notes and technical things. I have the technical problems section. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically, because I'm using different maps with different art styles, how to explain it? Like graphically, everything's going to be pseudo-realistic as I can get for free, essentially. But the art style, the prop style is going to be different from map to map. And of course, I'm using random props from different asset packs I have for free. The level of quality for those asset packs and those props are going to be different. So the problem would be if I have a dresser drawer from an asset pack, is the drawer separate from the actual dresser? And the answer is no. Not every pack is going to have things like components separated from each other. So if I want to do searchable containers, which I have been working on a lot in the last few weeks off stream, I can't visually represent that the dresser drawer, the cabinet drawer, or cabinet door moves open when you're searching it. I can't do that. Like the long dart, I can't, because the asset is physically glued together. I would have to import it into a 3D modeling program in order to like actually create the separation. I don't have that experience. So when you're searching items or containers in the game, they're not gonna move or change. There's just gonna be a HUD icon that pops up to tell you, oh, you can search this container because you haven't searched it yet. If you've already searched it, nothing will happen on screen. You won't be able to see anything. I just can't do anything about it. I would have to find or buy assets that are specifically, what the hell? That are specifically like made where every component to the asset to a specific thing is separate, which is very difficult to do. So yeah, basically there's not going to be a physical change to containers. The only thing that can actually that doesn't apply to is the doors, because the door itself is usually separate from the hinge, or not. Yeah, the frame. I mean, that's always, you know, available. I think everyone that does like a door does the frame separate. Every door that I have in the game at the moment is separate from the frame. But yeah, off stream the last 2 weeks I've been working on containers, item spawning, and a complete overhaul to how the inventory works. We can go ahead and get right into the game now. Let me make sure I don't open this on screen. The beauty of having the dual monitors, I don't have to worry about accidentally showing NDA stuff, because if I open Epic, it shows you all the other projects I'm working on for my company. Not my company, but the company I work for. And you know what? Considering this stream is going to get demonetized, please leave a like. I know I said I wasn't going to do that at all. But considering I'm basically doing these streams for free, I'm not getting any money off of this. Please leave a like. For the algorithm. That's new. Oh, it's gone. Alright. So let's see what I've been working on the last few weeks. A lot of bug fixing. A lot of cleaning up the code, making it nicer, neater, more efficient. Those are things I, can't really show unless I show you the code, but you're not going to understand it, but for the most likely. But here we go. We got the searchable container. It works similar to the door, where if I here, I'll show you. There's a container type, and it changes the appearance, and it even changes the collision. I got it to basically extend the collision box to the size of the asset, which is really cool. Doesn't exactly translate well. Jesus. When you try to rotate it, yeah, I need to figure out how to get it to actually rotate right. But that's fine, I guess. Oh well. But regardless, it'll be the general shape of the container. I just need to figure out why that the collision isn't rotating with it. So yeah, I've got all sorts of cabinets, drawers, dressers, chests even. And these are all for that post-Soviet village. These are all containers that will work with that art style. There's actually barely any props with that asset pack. The only props that came with the asset pack were for the kiosk, which is like snacks. It's these snacks that came with it. Which I might actually end up using for the whole game, but for certain locations, obviously. All right. So yeah, that's one aspect of the doors that kind of carried over to the container. All right. So we got the inventory. I was working on this last time. I tried to do something very complicated to display the buttons that you're going to use to interact with the specific item that you click on. So the way it works is you click on it and these buttons pop up, and lo and behold, I got it to finally work. But before this, I tried something way too complicated and it didn't work, so I decided not to do it. But I found the solution for getting these to show up. So what's happening is I click on an item, and that makes it so I cannot click anything else, because I'm focusing on this item that I clicked on. And to the right of it will pop up these action buttons. I might actually just make it into an action menu with text and everything. But these 3 buttons are going to perform the actions that you can do with the items in your inventory. So read, which will bring up the read menu, which will display the title, flavor text, and the description, and even show you the item, the physical item. Consume, if it's a consumable, or drop, if it's, well, you can drop everything except for key items, obviously. So you'll be able to drop items as well. And that, obviously these aren't working yet, they don't do anything yet. But I'm just glad I got that to work, so now we can actually interact with the things in the inventory, besides looking at them. Let me unpause, or to get the menu. And I also there's still an issue with the collisions with these things. I have item searching. That actually got added to my inventory, as you can see. So I have an item spawner that gets all of the containers in the level and chooses if it gets an item or not. And then it makes a list that will it makes a list of items that will basically be the length of the number of containers that will contain an item. So every time you search a container, the container references the spawner to see if it has an item or not, and if it does, it gives you the respective item on the list. Right now I think it's just giving me a generic item for all of them. So see, I've searched these. You can no longer search them because they've been searched. There's nothing in there. There's still an issue with the collision, but it's because I'm overlapping this right here, and then I start overlapping the next container, but exiting the overlap for the container on the left kind of like gets rid of the what's it called? The interaction text and the progress bar and all that. I need to, and also I don't think, yeah, it doesn't even let me interact because basically these objects are too close to each other. I need to fix that or create an actual fix to how the collisions work. So you have to search, you have to take some time to search the item, obviously. There's a progress bar. If you don't hold it all the way, it'll cancel the search. There, that one had nothing. That one had nothing. That one had something. That one maybe had something. I'm not sure. Probably not. So I think at the moment the spawn chance is 66% or 67%. So 2/3 of all the containers will have an item. Roughly. It's only kind of using RNG to generate a number, and then that number you have to check to see if it's above or below a certain threshold, which is the spawn chance. So it's possible it could randomly generate a bunch of numbers that are higher than the spawn chance, which would basically spawn nothing. I'm not going to show you the code for that. That's, you know, a whole thing. So what I want to do today is continue to work with the spawner that I made. This is the spawner code. I am not going to explain any of this. But I've got like notes here, like I just explained it. It's finding all the containers, putting them in a list. Is it putting a list? Yeah, it is. It's putting them in a list of those containers. Oh, my tummy hurts. And then there's the spawn chance. It determines if it's gonna have an item or not, and if it is, put it on the list. If it isn't, doesn't get an item. And then there's item list generation here as well. So what I want to do is I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh, what was the title of this stream? And I forgot what we were doing. Oh, I guess just like item spawning, but like I already started that. What I do want to do is work on the item data table. I have never worked with data tables before. But I can see the value in these things because they are very helpful. So what this is it's kind of like you're taking a data structure and you're setting up inputs to fill in the data the entries in the table. So this is basically just this, but now we're making a list of entries using this item data. And I've got, oops, I didn't mean to do that. We've got entries for some of the items that are going to be in the game. So we got wood, we got scrap metal, got, what happened here? Oh, there we go. The number. Glass shards, which I think just glass in general is going to be helpful for like certain things. I'm just kind of thinking of, you know, what could be useful for crafting. Well, I want to have some generic crafting materials, but also some, you know, special ones that are related to the vessels and the energy that is present in the world. Consumables. I don't want to have some food items that are basically some consumables that are basically just food items. That improve your sanity just a tiny bit, like it's a small amount. And then equipment, your lantern, your fire axe. I think I did have a torch in here. Let's see. So I made a new entry, and we're gonna just input all the information for this. So this would be, well, let me see if it's in here. Torch. No, that's fine. Okay, we do need, I doubt it, there's battery in here. No, that's fine. Let me just do like metal. That's fine. We're just picking random stuff for some of this because I don't have a lot of these assets, and there's a chance I just won't get them. I don't know if I'm able to find battery assets for free. So this is going to be an ingredient for crafting. It's a weird, thing to name it. This is a battery. I'll make this like lesser. It's not as, actually, let's make those more valuable because batteries are hell expensive. Let's make it lesser instead of minor. God looks like at work. Wait, what? Okay, and then the description, a battery used to power electrical devices. And that's it. And so if we dropped an item and set it to be battery, it would have this information already set. Problem is, this is not on the item blueprint. I have to set that somehow. So that's where the spawner is going to come in handy. And I'm not just going to have one data table. I want to make a general data table that contains all the items in the game and then duplicate it. What? What is the I'm replacing though? I don't know. Duplicate this and then remove entries that won't be, how to explain this. Basically, there's going to be an item list for each level, for each type of level, because some things will spawn in certain levels, some things won't. Obviously, the general stuff will spawn, like wood, metal, scrap. There'll be some kind of edible consumable. Equipment may or may not spawn in certain levels, but each level will have its own item list, essentially. And I want that to be implemented into this. So I don't know how to work with data tables is the problem. I wish I'd looked this up before. I really can't look at a video right now. Okay, got data table. Got it. Okay. Okay. So it looks like it's gonna be something like this. I'm just going to put it in here to reference later. That's data table. Shoot. Row. And then you select the data table. Okay. There it is. All right. So yeah, I'll leave this here. Ah, and that's how you get the actual data info. Okay, cool. Okay. I'll leave this here just as a note. Because, again, this is the first time I'm using it. Looks like I'm at work. Okay, got it. I see. Okay. Let me put that away because I don't need that. Hopefully. Oh, my tummy's starting to hurt. I don't like that. Okay. So I need like a moment here to figure this out. For now, I'll just work with this general data table. One thing I want to do is I'm gonna go in the player. What is this? What is this? What's this? Why is the event graph separate? Yeah, I did go through here and holy crap, rearranged and consolidated a lot of things. I did a whole overhaul for the HUD too, and how that works and how certain parts appear and disappear based on what you're doing. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass to get all of this working. All right. And yeah, just like consolidating the various actions and the code and all that. I had to account for like, what if I'm holding the button, the interact button instead of clicking it, which is where like all of these inputs or outputs come in handy. So like, I learned that you cannot hook up all your stuff to triggered, because apparently that's on tick. That's so weird. Like, so now if you want to just hold something, you can just use triggered, because that's on tick. It continuously does something, whatever is connected to this. So if you just want one click, and that's all it does, you gotta use started. And I think this is when you click as well as let go. Actually, I can see it visually. If I... Here, can I do this? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So you'll see what I mean. But first I gotta set the player. So you can see like this, the lines light up when I do something. If I click once and let go immediately, they all kind of light up. But watch what happens when I click and hold. That top one is continuously running. And that bottom one, complete, it does something. It triggers when you click down and then let go immediately, right after that. Or I guess you could hold it, but like, yeah. Oh, the bottom one's only when you let go. Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense. So, if you wanted to do ongoing, triggering is still being processed. Press and hold trigger will be ongoing while choosers hold it. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't use triggered, because that seems like it's basically event tick. Ah, that's where, okay, you need to use these inputs. Okay, so I gotta use that. Anyways, you get the idea, like, this has all changed drastically since the last stream. Just, you know, make things more efficient. More condensed. Yeah, I don't need to show anything else really. I actually need to close a lot of this because I like it when it's not stuffed with all sorts of pages or tabs open. I came in here because I need to do this. I need to go in the inventory, data, and delete all these fake items that I added because I don't want to. I want to start only using the spawned in items from now on with the data table. So, okay, let's look at, let me close everything because the HUD wise, because I'm not using that right now. Now I actually want to go in here and modify. That is not the right thing. I need So the container is the actual container blueprint, like this thing. It's only one half of the item spawner. The other half is the actual spawner. It handles the actual item spawning, whereas the container is how I handle the interaction. But they're both interconnected. All right. So now I want to modify what I have and actually implement this data table. I want to create items based on not these default values I'm adding in here. I want to actually create something using this. So how do I just get like a random item from this? That's what I'm wondering. If I right click, I can type in data table. Is there like a random data table entry? Because these aren't like integers. These are the names that are like here on the left. So like, how do I get a random item out of this? That's what I'm wondering. Make a breakfast cereal in the game, and the cereal is called Draculos. God damn it. I'm not in the market to make art assets. I'm just gonna use the free ones. Can I do like random array item? Oh no, that's asking for an array. I need to like figure out how do I get. Should have just kept that open. This is gonna be a whole process. I wish I'd done this beforehand. I can look at the data table functions. Ah, these are all the different options. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything that's going to be very helpful here. Can I just... Is that a... Can you do that? Data... What's it called? DT underscore item. No. Oh, right. Data table. Would it just be generic data table? I don't think... No, that doesn't work. Please, just delete the thing. Just you AI slop? No, we're not using AI slop. Not even if it's free. This isn't what I'm looking for, because that's not a data table. That's a structure. Oh, this is C++. Nope. Cause see, the thing is, this is already like part way done. All I need to do is hook this up. Get data table. Row found, I guess goes here. And this data would just get inputted into here. In fact, I could just do this. Recombine. Recombine. Oh, right. I guess it's... There, that would just go into that. Easy peasy. Thing is, I can't select this. I need to figure out how to randomize this. But I don't know how to do that. That's a problem. And that's the thing I need to figure out. And also, I guess this wouldn't matter anymore. Oh, hold on. Yeah. This actually has to go before. So where I'm creating the list of items. Okay. So I'm remembering now. So this list is item type. Can I make array? I guess that's not an array, idiot. I need to be able to randomize what I'm selecting. I get data table comma string. So what I could do is I can do this. What is this returning? You can look at all the different options, but it's not exactly column names. No. Yeah, see, this isn't helping. This is how you're getting like a specific row. So like all of them are right here. I need to be able to pick a random one. Instead of doing this, I'd rather do it from here, from the data table. Otherwise, this is all set and it's all working. It's just... Hello, Just welcome. Table. Does data table really exist? Yeah, let's just table. Name from export name, names. But okay. Google Chrome, or Google in general, just Google searching, is usually very inefficient for these sort of things. Select random data table entry. Have to get random, okay. I think I might have found something. Oh, I think I found it. Okay. Get data table row names. Random. Hell yeah. There we go. And then you hook up this to that. Put that there for now. This might work. So instead of doing this, we're taking this out entirely. And then hooking this up here. So the outputted item is going to get added to an array. Array variable. Promote to variable, but array. And we're going to name that basically whatever this is. Item data list. There we go. Item data list. Unfortunately, this will only really work for containers having one item, which I do want to add the random small chance of items of containers having more than one item. But I will worry about that later. For now, I think this should do it. I'll leave this here just in case. Fingers crossed. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, basically I'm just replacing the random item generator with the data table. Randomizing that entry. Okay, and then we're no longer getting this. We are getting. Hold on. Recombine. We're no longer using this or this. Get rid of that. We're just taking this. Get. That's the that's the integer for that item in the array, that container list, container array. We're getting the relevant data in the exact same entry in the item data list. And let's just quickly look at what we're expecting here, because the wood has like a wood texture for the icon, metal has metal, glass has something, I don't know what that is. These are the snacks. The fire axe has fire, lantern has light bulb. And then the battery has, I didn't name it anything. Battery. Just looks like generic metal. All right. Fingers crossed. Call you just. Oh, just call you just. Okay, got it. So I'm making a game. To be honest, I haven't really watched any of the other game development videos. Yep, I'm making a game, and I discussed earlier that I do actually need to make this game, like, completely. I need to make this so that I can put it on sale, cause I need money. By the way, if anyone wants to become a member and get access to the channel emotes, you can do that for $1. I don't want to do that often because I don't want to seem desperate, but like I need money. So that's why I'm making this game, and now I'm gonna be putting 150% effort into actually making it a sellable product. Excuse me. All right, I'm kind of scared that this doesn't work, but I got an item. I got an item. Look at that. Nothing. 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 Remember, it's all RNG. There we go. We got a snack. Got a got a lantern. A light bulb. And another snack. Awesome. It works. Look at that. And it puts it beautifully into the inventory menu. And if I click it, the buttons come up and everything. This is perfect. All right. I'm happy with that. It worked. So now, in the future, though, like I said earlier, eventually what I want this main data table to be is basically just a list of all the items in the game, just so that I have the data somewhere. And then when I get to making a data table for each level, like each level will have a different list of items. Even the vessels will be different, especially for the story. The vessels, the artifacts you're going to be collecting, will have names and models that are more relevant to that location. Like a story vessel for the post-Soviet village could literally be a spoon, or a fork actually would be better. Could literally just be a metal fork because someone used it to kill someone. That's it. Because the whole premise of this is negative emotions create these vessels. They concentrate, the energy concentrates around items that are, that may be related to the particular location. So the post-Soviet village will have items that fit that environment as spiritual artifacts. Whereas the museum level, if I do end up using that, will have museum artifacts as vessels because they're more relevant to that location. What's this game going to be about? I kind of explained at the beginning, but basically, it is like a job simulator type game. Those are really popular nowadays. Where it's kind of like a ghost hunting / like, your exploration game where you're literally just collecting items. But there's like a premise, a story to the world. There's like a backstory all about like spiritual energies existing, flowing freely. That energy concentrates and forms vessels. They're basically just spiritual artifacts. So you're gonna go from location to location, collect vessels, collect other things, find blueprints for certain things, crafting materials, all sorts of other stuff. Story-related items. You'll learn the story of each location. There's also gonna be a story for the player as well. Why they're in debt, why they took on this dangerous and illegal job to pay off their debts and all that. And I do want like a general story for the game that involves the main character as well. But it's kind of like a job simulator, but mixed with ghost hunting. But there's no actual ghosts. I want the game to be creepy, spooky, have that creepy, spooky feel. But you're basically just collecting items, some of which do have story to them. For the overarching story of that particular location. All right, so now that I've gotten that figured out, I could do a lot more work with this off stream, like working with the data tables. So I can delete this. I can delete that. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. right? I didn't need that. No. Everything seems to be hooked up. Awesome. Yeah, those variables are necessary. Okay, cool. So we can leave this as is, I guess. But at this point, I've got to fill this in. But I can't fill it in until I figure out like the nitty-gritty details of everything. What craftable consumables is going to be, what other types of craftables are there going to be, all the equipment. I also need to look at assets, because I know, you know what? Let's explore Fab. Let's take a break to explore Fab a bit, because Fab is, not exactly fabulous. Pun intended. This is the newer version of the Unreal Engine store, but it's no longer just Unreal. You have support for Unity Engine, and you also have assets from Quixel as well, which is like a company, I believe. But they do a lot of mega scans, and those assets used to be free. They're no longer free. You have to like pay for them, I think. But since I already got them when they were free, I'm good. They gave you a lot of time to like pick them all up for free, like the older ones. But this is more of a Wild West version of the asset store that used to just be integrated into Unreal, Epic Games launcher. Actually, we could look at Fab in here, right? I'm trying to remember how to open up Fab. There it is. There's a plugin for this, and I installed it. So you could just open up Fab through Unreal now. I think you have to be in a certain version probably, or later. And then directly download the assets to your project, or even like browse the store and buy stuff. I guess I'm not buying anything. I definitely do need to scroll through the cheaper asset packs and find ones that are like, you know, slightly out of my budget, but I'll put it on my wish list. And if they go on sale, then I'll pick it up. But I have scrolled through the free stuff, and ooh boy, there's a lot of hot garbage in there. Free, but garbage. Here, let's look at some of the free items. Let's look at the newest stuff. Okay, I thought that was boobs for a second, like naked, but no. Santa. There are yeah, really low poly, probably very low effort assets, but now that it's no longer just Unreal assets, you can have Unity and Quixel and Blender, I think. Supported platforms. No, how do I... There was a page that like showed you like these are the different 3D model types. FBX is Unreal, I believe. I don't remember actually. It'll usually tell you, like it'll show you something like that one's Unreal. VFX, I think that's the name of the company actually, so I think the UE Gameworks. I don't know what that is. I thought there was like a way to sort through. Oh, allow use with generative AI. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to use any AI generated stuff unless it's like the perfect asset for my game and I really need it. I might use it, but again, I really have a bone to pick with AI generated content, obviously, because it could affect me. It's already affecting the game industry greatly. I'm trying to find something that I saw like a week or two ago that really shows you how like unregulated this marketplace is, but it's from a while ago, and I'm sorting by new, so there's been a lot of crap just dumped into the store recently. Okay, at least we're getting close because I see this Old West pack. These Old West packs can be very helpful because there's a lot of good stuff in there that fit like a more rustic looking place. Like some of this stuff could easily fit in with the post-Soviet village. And then there's like 6 of them. 5 of them for sure are going to be very helpful for a post-Soviet. The wasteland props might also be helpful. I think that one is one of the drawers that I'm using. If I need to find some kitchen assets because I need like a kitchen counter and like a stove or something. But let's keep going. Oh, it scrolls all the way back to the top. I really hate that. There's one asset that really shows you just how poorly regulated this marketplace is. The one that I saw that really screamed this is the Wild West of game development asset marketplaces. It's so far down too. At least it keeps scrolling. I'm just gonna type it in. Oh, I think it might be gone. Or no longer free? If it's no longer if what I saw is no longer free, I'm switching engines. It might not even be on the marketplace anymore. It might have literally been removed. Daniel changed his profile pic again. Yeah, it's gone. It's completely gone. Yeah, there's hold on, I think I have a picture of it somewhere. Oh yeah, I did. I don't remember if I saved it. No. I have it in Discord, that's it. Nope. Gotta download a picture I put in there. Alright, here, I can show you this. This is what I saw. That's what I saw. That's the picture. It's gone. You can clearly see that asset's gone now. Oh, it's a Quixel item too. Can you search Kanye West? No. Add orange juice to your game? Maybe. It could work if I could find a free asset. Or this is the thing that told me, yeah, this is bad. This marketplace is bad. Just a mega scan of a chicken nugget. That's all. That's all there is here. But it's gone, which is interesting. If I type in Quixel, because Quixel's all mega scans. Oh wait, that was checked off. Chicken nugget? Why was that checked off? No, it's not here. Cause it says Quixel. Interesting. Yeah, it's like gone. Oh wait, is the asset? It's in my. Did I save it? I saved it. I saved it to my library. Oh god, it should be in here even if it's been removed from the marketplace. Oh, you know why it's not showing up? Because it's part of the Quixel stuff. It's in the Megascan section. So in here, chicken nuggets. That's why. They're no longer free. There it is. You have to go specifically to Quixel. I could do a restaurant simulator with Quixel. Wait a minute. Oh my god. I could honestly make a whole game using Quixel assets because I have them all. They're all... hold on, let's see. Yes, saved in my library. Everything that was Quixel related before the change to Fab, I have, unless there's new assets since then. But it looks like I have all of these. Yes, saved in my library, so I have access to all of them for free. I could literally just make a restaurant simulator if I wanted to. Like, all this could well work with that. Purple carrot? Oh. Anyways. Let's go to the library. So many distractions. This is my stuff. So, what I want to do, since we're working with, like, ghosts, but not necessarily ghosts, we're working with spiritual energy. I had the idea of including within the ingredients list, like, of items, crafting materials. Here, this is the thing I was looking at. Special glowing crystals. Literally just glowing rocks. That are ingredients to consumables, for potions, for equipment, that sort of thing. And while this is what they look like, I could modify their what is it called, material, so that it glows, and then it looks a little, a little extra special, like it makes it pop, like it's valuable. So I'm gonna use this asset pack. 54 presets. I'll probably just use the presets if I can do that. I might have to save the material as well to the item data structure. Add to project, and it should be in here. Fab. Gemstone shaders. I didn't see the download pop up, so I might have to shut this off. Yeah, I know this is bugged before. This is an annoying bug. Why did that one? Oh, that's like a file. I need to figure out how to, like, block certain files from being even created. Because they're not... Oh, God, I can't show that. Ooh, that was close. Oh, no, it's on the other screen. Never mind, we're good. Idiot. What if I told you the bots have already taken over? Yeah, the bots have taken over. Is that French for juice? Le jus de orange? C'est bon... translate, but without the E, this. I took a tiny bit of French, so all I remember is you're not supposed to pronounce the last letter, except for when it comes to, like, names. Like, you do pronounce the full thing. And then how certain words are pronounced. The C apostrophe EST is se. I believe you just say se. Because you don't... I think it's like a weird word. One of those weird words where you just don't pronounce the whole thing. The U, you want to go for, like, the je. So, le je. I hope that's kind of correct. Le je, because you don't pronounce the S, right? I hope so. Le jus de orange. Orange. Or I think it's orange because there's a city in France called Orange. I've been there, actually. C'est bon. C'est bon, because you don't pronounce the N. There are certain letters that are exempt from that rule, I believe. I don't know. That was probably really bad. Lame duck à l'orange. No, not duck. We don't eat duck. If any of you... Oh my god, never mind. I'm not going to say it because then you'll start doing it. Never mind. Ooh, creepy. That's the kind of music I want for this game. No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? Oh, it evolved. Okay. Did that download? Probably not, if I'd imagine. Nope. Show me the crystals. There we go. Now it's downloading. Alright, this is gonna absolutely destroy. Wait, you been to France? Yeah, I went for like a few days for a high school trip. Jeez, that was like 11 years this spring. I was there for like 3 or 4 days. It was very fun, that trip. I went to Spain, went to Madrid, Barcelona, Zaragoza, Spain as well. Went to Orange, France, Nice, France, along the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean Riviera, French Riviera is what it's called. Jesus, that's a lot of assets to import. HDR. I don't know if I should say yes or no. Sure. And then Italy, I went to Florence, but Florence kind of sucked because it was raining the whole day. Pisa, I saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I went to Rome for a few days. We went to the Vatican as well. It was very fun. No, we didn't go to Paris. That would have been cool, but it was for Spanish class, so like it made more sense to we're gonna be visiting Spain. But we also visited Italy, so it'd be more costly to go from like Spain to Paris and then to Italy. I imagine this could cause the stream to like crap itself. Hopefully not. It's importing all the assets from the crystal pack. As you can see, the folder's already opened. There's even a demo map for the crystals. Yeah, it would be more expensive. I think there was an option to do Paris, but I don't think we'd be able to go to Italy for the same cost. I don't remember what oh, I think it would have been Spain, Italy. No, Spain, France, Germany. I think that would have been an option as well. It was like a tour. Can anyone tell me if my French was at least like half decent, please? Duck is terrible anyway. To eat, yeah. And you know, if you want to keep a clean floor. But yeah, that was a very fun trip. I wish I could do it again, but that's expensive. Oh no. I don't understand the ramifications of me pressing yes here. Oh, yes to all. You hated French in school? Yeah, my high school only offered Spanish and French. I think it had German, and then it switched over to French because the German teacher, what's it called? Retired. What sucked is that apparently, when they retired, because my class, my grade had only gone through 2 years of French, like the people that chose French, they had to take 2 years of German in order, or sorry, they had only taken 2 years of German before the German teacher retired because of the way that the graduation requirements worked. They had to either take 2 years of French or 2 years of Spanish. It didn't matter because they didn't get the full German requirement. So they had to do 4 years of language instead of 3. I think it was to graduate with a specific diploma type. So dumb. The way that worked was really dumb and it was a waste of time. Literally, none of that shit matters in high school. What should matter in high school is knowing how to do basic math, knowing civics, government, history, and basic science. Like, just make sure that the students understand the basics of life. And the, you know, the economy and being an adult. Teach freaking, like, home ec. Instead of Geometry 2 or I don't know. Some of the classes we had were so dumb. Yeah. Anyways. Bill collecting. My high school offered French and Japanese. Ooh, the Japanese would have been very fun, I feel. If I had the option, I probably would have taken Japanese. Okay. Oh, right. I need to update. Anytime I add an asset pack to the game, I need to update that on the design doc, because in the event I have to like the project just kind of like disappears someday, my computer shits itself, I have the main files on in GitHub. It's all stored in GitHub, but the assets are not. Unless I edit them, then they are. I do I do push the file changes for assets that I have actually updated. So in the event I have to re-download the whole game, I just need to download the GitHub project and then re-download the asset packs, which are listed in here. So what was it called? Gemstone shaders. That better include gemstones, like the 3D models. So yeah, this is going to be something that occupies the item list. For item crafting. Toasty, can you help me speak Spanish? Not at the moment. No. We're going in here. Presets. Why don't I recognize any of the... Okay, quartz. Oh, thank God. Yeah, quartz. Oh. Wait a minute. Yeah, mesh. I don't recall quartz looking that color. Is that a temporary color? Yeah, I might have to also save material as well. Actually... That's right. Oh God, I typed in quartz crystals. The second autocomplete is for sale. Oh no. Please no. That looks somewhat right. I'm looking at this and obviously the color's not, you know, right. That might be a temporary material. But the structure. Yeah, that's about right. It looked a little off for a moment, but I don't think I've seen like actual... Okay, here's one. Oh God. You know this shit's fake, right? Oh no, my emails! Why? Oh, this shit is getting fucking sued into oblivion right now, honey. Fuck off. Yeah, that's... Those are probably lab grown if I had to guess. Oops. Fucking honey is getting sued into oblivion right now. Don't use any of those scam. If it's too good to be true, it is a fucking scam, people. Use your brains. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, okay, yeah, so what I'm gonna have to do from now on is probably hold on. What does this look like? Yeah, that is not right. Material. What is this color? Okay, you know what? It's fine. Because we're not using this as quartz. Do the rest of the video in French. I don't even know how to translate that sentence into French. I know how to, like, speak. If you present a very simple sentence in French in front of me, I could maybe pronounce half the words right. The other not right. That's it. That's all I know. I know the very basic rules of how you pronounce certain words, and you know, the rules of pronunciation for words in general. That's it. I don't know why I rotated that. Don't ask me. God damn it. Oh, I think there's gonna... Okay, so I'm just gonna future-proof the living crap out of this data structure because I'm already seeing an issue here. I moved it all into here. So all the doors, the items in the containers, because they're all interactive, they're all in here now. Okay, we're gonna save material, which is the actual like color that you're seeing here, that green. Material, I think it's just material, right? So if I click on that, material instance. Could I do material in the material instance? Material instance in the material. So now we have material we need to keep track of. Can I do that? Can I drag and drop this in here? No, it's got to be a material instance. That's fine. So, material instance, just like I have the generic material here. Why does it look like that? And then you make a kind of like a child off of it. And that's called the material instance. And the material instance basically just it uses any code that's on the material parent. But you can also modify some things about the material instance itself. Like say, yeah, like this one, I can probably edit this a little bit. Yeah, emissive boost. I can make it less emissive, more emissive. I don't know why you can't see a difference. You can actually modify like the variables. If this had like a color option, I could make it a different color, but it does not have that. But yeah. So then I didn't mean to save that. I will not be pushing that change. Let me find that in GitHub. I need to figure out how to like ignore assets that are imported. Just oh wait, no, we're keeping that. We're keeping that. That's not the right thing. Okay, it saved that the material, but it wasn't actually a change. Material instance. That's where we're saving. All right, I'm gonna do that. And item scale. Because I'm seeing an issue with the crystal. It is fucking massive. So for the time being, obviously everything is going to... Oh shoot, it needs to be 111. Yeah, by default it needs to be 111. I wish I could set the default, but I have to set it for everything. For now, I'm not even going to bother with the material. Or even like hooking up the material onto the item. Because none of these actually have assets. Actually, these do. The food items do. I don't think I need to save the I'm a legend Thanos. Daniel, I think in order for you to change your profile picture, you need to donate $1 each time. Thanos is here, by the way. Let's do a 10th. What in the fuck is that? Why are there so many zeros? Anyways. Item scale. Okay, close that. Save that. Compile that. Yeah, that's good. Close or get rid of that. So let's go in the item. Nope, I keep going to the wrong folder. I need to go in and actually delete those folders. They won't go away unless you forcefully delete them. Fork. What? What's going on? Item BP parent. So okay, so I need item material. Material instance. Hopefully that's not a problem. What do you mean? Refresh. And then item scale. Vector. Okay. Let me separate all of this. Let me put this into its own category. So data category. Just so that it's all separate from the rest. Although I would like it if it's the correct order. Type, rarity, name, value. Although I kind of want... I wish I put value. I wish I put details. Oh, flavor text. Oh. You know what? I'm going to rearrange all this now before I lose my mind. I forgot about flavor text. Item flavor text. I finally learned the difference between name, string, and text. There is a difference. It's the bit size. Name is... I forgot the different sizes, but text is like a bigger bit size. String is like the intermediate, and name is small, like the smaller one. So it's a lot better to work, or a lot easier to work with strings and text. So I'm just gonna do that. So yeah, flavor text will be string because it doesn't need to be that long. That's basically just memory, essentially. Concerned about memory use here. So I don't want to use text for everything because that, you know, may slow things down. Okay, description. So yeah, type, rarity, name, flavor text, description, value, mesh, icon, or texture, whatever, same thing. Material, scale. Okay, actually no, texture's different. I might also need to tape the texture too. Oh my god, this is getting more complicated. What is this from? This sounds familiar. This is from Super Mario 64? Really? Why does it sound like it came out of RimWorld? This sounds like a RimWorld track for some reason. I might have to save the texture as well. Am I losing my mind? This sounds like it's from RimWorld, even though it says it's from Super Mario 64 or whatever. Texture. Material texture. Okay. And then... texture 2D. Okay. So I think I can close that for now. And now we have to move things around because they have moved. Okay, so flavor text needs to be a string now. Okay, this needs to be text. That needs to be string. Change. Close that. Nope. Oh, hold on. And then texture. Still need to do that. Promote. Okay, so name, flavor text, details, then the value, then the mesh. I'll fix this afterwards. Mesh, icon, material, texture, scale. So that did not go in here. Okay, so details, value, mesh, icon, material, texture, scale. Okay. Those are hopefully the only ones I need so far. Hopefully. And then I need to change that everywhere where the item has been used. The data structure has been used. Add item. Yep. This isn't that important, really. Yeah, I can delete all this. That was just a print. So we're good. Cool. Okay. No, we're not importing. So next I wanted to... Oh, we gotta make some entries in here. Add... I'll come up with names later for these, but like they're gonna have hyper specific names. Let's do like one that's minor. It's obviously an ingredient. Crafting crystal. I'll change it later. Can't spell apparently. Crafting crystal. I don't care about the flavor text at the moment. Very common crystal for crafting. I'll just, you know what? Just copy and paste that. That's fine. Let's pick one that's going to be the very basic level, common, generic. Excuse me. Crystal. What screams generic? Ooh, that one's cool. These colors seem really odd. Like, I don't think these are the right colors. I'm honestly kind of seeing... Okay, so, like, I'm seeing that maybe I could, like... There can be a hierarchy here. What's the simplest one? I think this should definitely be the highest ranking one. And the size should also change. Can I change my profile picture one more time? Why do you change it so much, dude? I don't... Just pick one. Didn't you, like, have a thing for, like... What was it? Skunks or something like that? I don't remember. Not a thing, but, like... You know, like, I like ducks, so you like skunks. Was it skunks? I don't remember. What happened to that? Weren't you gonna do that? Gonna have steak for dinner. Anyone know how to make the perfect medium well steak? Don't make it medium well. I'm kidding. I don't care how you make it. You could probably look up a guide for how to do it. The most important thing about game design is that the game must have at least 2 unskippable fart jokes in the first 10 minutes. How about I fart on you? No. Anyways, so remember earlier, I showed like the ranking system for items. So the system is minor, lesser, ordinary, greater, grand. This would be the grand one. So what would be below that? I need to pick 5 total, basically. Actually, I don't even need to go all the way up to grand. It could just be up to greater. We could just... I mean, I'm looking at the green ones, and they could all work together. It could be like the same material, but a different tier, essentially. So this could be like the minor tiered one, the lowest tier. Actually, what would help to visualize this if I place them on the ground? Oh, I see. Okay. These are like cut gemstones. So what I was gonna do isn't gonna work. Actually, it could work with this one. Especially if it's really tiny. No, it still looks like a cut gemstone. Jesus. Why did they make these so big? Okay, that one's kind of cool because it's dirty. And then this one is like cleaner, more shaped properly. And then, yeah, this is like a bigger sample with a ton of bigger crystals. Yeah, why is this so tiny? Look at this. Why is this so tiny? I might just do this. Oh, you know what? Let's just skip minor. Start with lesser. This is the lesser one. This is the ordinary, and then this is the greater. And we don't need grand. We could just do those three. We don't need to do one for all 5 tiers. All right, so lesser. I'll name these later. I'll rename these later because I gotta like actually give them proper names and might even make backstory, like lore entry for each of these. Lesser crystal, crafting crystal. We're gonna do lesser. This one is getting. There's 3 different versions. There's that one. They look the same. Does not matter, I guess. I'll just stick with the first one. Oops. So I'm just going to drag and drop this into here. And then I'm going to double click this. Grab the material. Which is this one. Drag and drop into here. Icon does not matter. I do have crystals though. I can just literally pick a texture for now. I only need an icon temporarily because that's what's shown in the inventory. I don't need the texture for now. Oh, actually, it should have a texture associated to it. Maybe? I'm gonna assume it's fine. Okay, let me just get the one in there. To test this. So I do need to do this. I need to go in the construction script. When we're constructing the item, we actually, if there's like a physical change we need to make, we need to do it on construction. So we're not only setting the mesh, we're also setting material. And that material is coming from here. This is an instance though. Yes, it'll work. Okay. So that should also change the material. I should make this the default gray. What is the cube default material? Default material. Where's... Hold on. Oh, is this an engine material? That's why. Default material. We'll set the... shoot. I'm also setting like the default. It's in here. Oh yeah, default 111. Just there we go. Default material for this. Oh. Oh, that's a material. I need a material instance. That is important. Okay, that's fine. It didn't change, which is interesting. Let's just make it that. There we go. That's why. Okay, so I guess because it was empty, didn't even change it. Interesting. I figured it would have. Whatever. Now that cube glows. Fun. The scale. Set. Scale. Set. Relative scale? Relative to its original size, I think? Or relative to the... I don't fucking know. You do this. Okay. The cool thing about... Oh god, that's fucking blinding. But the spawner is, I could temporarily override this and disable that and select lesser crystal, and then it will always spawn the lesser crystal. Alright. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Get rid of these. So now they should only spawn the lesser crystals. If there's an item in there. Hey! I need to work on the tooltips because I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming that's right. Yep, there's the quartz material. Okay, cool. So that's working. All right. Let's work on dropping. Whoops. On dropping items. So let's remove. We're done with the spawner and the container for now and the data table. Yeah, I'm looking at the time. Let's just move on from that. But that's a huge step there. We can start inputting items into a data table, put in all the correct information, spawn them in, put them in our inventory, and then now the next part is, can I drop them? Can I consume them if they're consumable? Can I read them, like the information from that item? Let's work on that next. I gotta go back to my content here. So first I need the HUD. I need the item inventory blocker. Is this hidden at the moment? No, it's apparently visible there. I need this to be darker. Can I be a cat? Sure, why not? I need more items. I need to figure out the collisions for this. Okay. Oh, much better. I think I still need to... I probably might just do an action box instead, like a menu with the buttons inside. And they might not be that shape in the future. They might be like, you know, a normal action menu. I'm just so happy that I was able to get it to line up perfectly. No, you can be a cat. Anyone can be whatever they want. So you know how my favorite animal is skunk? Yeah, I was talking to you about that earlier. Change it to the skunk. What happened to that skunk drawing you were making? Okay. Let's go into the item function buttons. So what's happening when I'm clicking on this? This is the button that stores all the information for the item. When I click on it in the inventory, it brings up this like dark box. Sometimes it's invisible by default, but when you click on an item, it makes this visible, and then yeah, I'm being dumb. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's working. So like. Oh, I guess the box isn't doing what I thought it was doing. Right, because I changed the way that this was going to work. I was trying to do something a little more complicated and it wasn't going to work. So now the black box just doesn't serve the purpose I wanted it to before, but now it serves a different purpose. It just darkens the inventory and puts more emphasis on what you are currently focusing on, the thing that you clicked on. So everything else will gray out if there were more items. What happened to my mouse? Oh. Huh. That's not a good bug. Need to figure out what happened there. Come on. Okay, so when I click on an item, it makes all the other buttons on screen gray out, and they are no longer clickable. I can't click on this because my focus is on this button. So I can unclick it, and then it refocuses everything. But these buttons will appear. These are actually spawned in and placed perfectly right next to the one that you clicked on. That was a bitch and a half to figure out. So these are the actions that you're going to perform with that item. So now we can actually look at these buttons and give them purpose. Because right now they don't do anything. They just show up and look pretty, but not actually. Okay, so on pressed for read. On released. I don't like it being on click because it's as soon as you click it. I like it when it's on release because the moment you let go is when it actually triggers the code. In case you somehow click on something and you don't want to actually do the action, you could just move the mouse off, and if you release off the button, it doesn't do anything. On released. Let's look at the HUD because the HUD already has the menu, the inspection menu. What is it doing again? I'm trying to remember. So HUD. Oh right, it's not in here, is it? No, it's not in the HUD. It's in the player. So when you click the read trigger, it is toggling it. Got it. Okay. So I just need to toggle it, which is on the player. Oh, and the way that's working is I gotta send that info to... Okay. Shit, I lost the place. So what we're doing is we are... This is it in the context of physically interacting with the item. This is checking to see if there's a valid item that you have inspected, like it's in front of you, you're like rotating and all that. If it's valid, read that specific item, which transfers the data over. And then the menu, the actual read menu. So here. Oh God, Jesus. I picked this up. Don't mind that. Now I'm inspecting it. I'm in inspection mode. If I press read, this comes up. And if I press read again, it puts it away. That's... Oh, I love that. At least it keeps the material. Like, it remembers to keep the material. Yeah. So, okay. I believe when you click the button, this button, it is, here it is. Creating the function buttons and submitting the item data. So it already has the item data. Okay, cool. Cool. So... Okay, and then I'm trying to reacquaint myself with this. I don't remember if this actually was working at any point. Like the actual text here. Right? Oh yeah, no, I never got to that part. Okay, we can actually make the read menu actually read correct the data that it's getting. So we can't do it the way that I was doing it with the actual physical item because we're working with the inventory. So the function buttons, in order to access this, does it need item read? What is item read? It's in here, I think. Interface, item read. Oh. What is this doing? Toggle reading. Oh, this is just toggling a variable on the player. Okay. So we still need to do both of these. Okay. Let me put everything in the correct order here. So the item itself, does this have a player reference? It does not. Does the inventory have a player reference? No, this is not. Yeah, that's right. It does not. But I should be able to add one. Yeah, so then we can add a player reference here to the inventory. Player ref, first person character. And then make that editable, exposed. And then on the player, we can now input. Oh, right. Shit. This is the other menu. This is item menus. I'm gonna give you bills. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Nightbot's doing its thing. I forgot about that. I made some changes to Nightbot. You guys can't do exclamation point sound. Well, you can do exclamation point sound effects, but you can't, or commands, but you can't use sound commands at the moment because I turned them off. Let's do this. So player ref, do that. Move all this. So now we have a player reference here. So now we need a player reference here. Promote. And do the same thing. Editable, exposed. Now this should be able to pass that information. Okay. And then player reference is just self. Okay. Now this is getting more complicated. I'm basically passing the player information from one blueprint to another. Well, one widget to another. Now we need it on the actual button. Player reference. This is so I don't have to cast at the player multiple times, because that's not ideal. Passing a reference when you create something is a lot easier. So editable, exposed. And then from here, when we're creating the item buttons and then putting them in the inventory in the correct way, submit the player information, the player reference. There we go. Now that has it. Now I need to pass that on to this is getting more complicated. Not more complicated, but like this information is being passed down like a rabbit hole, essentially. Yeah. Actually, let's not do that. I could just add this to the... Nah, do it in here. Do it in here. I swear we've heard this song like 3 times today. There's like 8 million emerald hills in this. Is that what it's called? I always forget the name of the level. Emerald Hill Zone. Yeah, or Green Hill Zone. Idiot. Same thing. So now we could do this. So I'm gonna do this essentially. Oh no, not that. This code can all be accessed now. So I'm just gonna create a custom event here. Toggle read from inventory. Toggle read from inventory. So that will now... Ooh, okay, there's an issue because I'm bypassing these branches. Not ideal. I think I gotta... Okay, let's put it under here because this is part of the inventory technically. I gotta create like a new... Jesus. A new way to do, you know, checks and balances here because we don't want certain things to occur at certain points in the game. That's why we use these Boolean checks to make sure we're not doing a specific action. I don't want the HUD... I don't want the read menu to pop up when there is no HUD, essentially. Or no inspection menu. It can only be brought up at the moment, at least. It has to be... The HUD needs to be visible. And you can't be reading. What's this before? And you need to be in an item inspection menu. We can't do that. Okay, so this is... Okay, so then... To start, we need to be in menu mode, not item inspection. Because we're not in item inspection anymore, we're in the menu. Correct? I'm assuming that is correct. So if we create the inventory, we are switching to menu controls. Okay. So we need to check to see if we're in the menu. So I imagine... I think HUD... Find references. I need to see where this is set. In general. Wait, what is this? Ah, this is for the HUD elements, like the inspect / the progress bar. For consumables, we only want certain right, because for the consumable we want the extra consume text to come up. That's what this is for. Okay. So is HUD visible? Inspection mode toggles. I think this variable needs to change names. I think it should be is inspection menu visible, not HUD. Yeah, it needs to change because this is specifically for this stuff. That all references this stuff at the bottom. Turning that, making that visible, removing the reticle and all that. So yeah, that needs to change. That is not an appropriate name. Is inspection inspection menu visible. That is the correct name for that. Okay. So is that right up here? Is inspection menu visible? Why do I feel like this is wrong? Because here we are reading and then we're setting it to no longer read. Here we aren't reading, but inspection menu. Okay, then maybe that is right, what I had it before. Shoot, what was it before? Can I undo the rename? There it is. Is HUD visible? I'll leave it, but like that doesn't seem right. So down here, I don't want it to be visible. Wrong knot. Why is your floor stone? What do you mean floor? What floor? Is Nestea in America? Nestle? Yeah? I think so. Not... Oh, I hate this. So dumb. Okay, this is dumb. If that is true and that is true, but not. Actually, just for my brain's sake. If they're both false. My brain's weird. Let's just leave it at that. If they're both false, then we can do the toggle, which is all of this. Oh, I guess we got to build it out kind of like this. So now we got to do basically this, but like using the logic that I'm creating here for the inventory. So now we're asking the same thing, but now we're asking if we are reading there. If we are, okay. And basically now I can just copy all this. Actually, instead of just outright copying it, I could just put this up here. This is gonna look fudgely. Let's first determine if this is correct. If I can just do this. If so, then I will have to rearrange all this. But that way I don't have to duplicate all that. That would be kind of dumb. Okay. No, nest tea. No, I don't. What do you think? I'm taking pigeon nests and boiling them? No. I mean, pigeon nest is like a stick and a few pebbles. That's what it is. My brain hurts from trying to remember what I'm doing here. Okay, so the button. Function button. Toggle. Toggle. Read. What is it called? Oh, read. Oops. No, read. Toggle read from inventory. Shoot. I also need to make sure that disables the inventory menu, but let's see if this works, at least partially. Figured. Toggle read from inventory. Did I pass? I didn't pass the information here, did I? Nope. That's why. Empty reference. For you, for any Unity people, object reference was not set to an instance of an object, more or less. I love that. Every time I play 7 days, back in the day, like really long time ago, whenever the game has like a literal stroke, it just spits out object reference not set to an instance of an object, because that's basically saying you're trying to do something, but there's no reference. Like, you're trying to interact with something in the world in a specific way, but you can't because there's no actual object reference that you have in the code. Basically, it's like you're trying to think of a real life like example, but you know, like, basically this reference is directly tying to the character and all the code that it has at its disposal. Imagine trying to set a reference to the character and try to fire code from the player, but you don't actually ever set the reference to that player. Meaning you can't do anything because you're trying to basically access something that doesn't exist. Even though it does, it just hasn't been connected. An example, it's like trying to access the internet without the Wi-Fi. You need to make that connection, essentially. Okay, that's a decent example. Not the best. Okay, now it should have the player reference passed on. Okay. Please. I should have just made the spawn chance 100. Still didn't do anything. Okay. So then let's bring up the player here on the side. You guys won't be able to see it, but I will. I can see exactly what fires and what doesn't fire. Okay. So it did actually go through, but let's see. Did it get past that is valid? Oh, it's not going to pass that is valid. It needs that is valid for a reason. Yep. Okay. So I need to set this reference. It's invalid, so it can't pass this. This is an object. This is an actor type. Okay. That is a problem because we are working with widgets. So we can't really work with that is valid there because that's an actor reference. I was trying to see if that actor even exists. So I might have to just bypass that. We can also just bypass read item entirely because that's just toggling. Oh, that's toggling the read. The visibility. What is the read reference? Find. Where is it being set? Oh, okay. So the way that works is whenever you pick up an item, it creates the read widget as soon as you pick it up. And it sets its reference. It makes it invisible. Remember the unbox? Yeah, I remember the unboxing video. What about it? Okay, so we need to account for that because we're not using the item parent here. Alternatively, I could create a actually, never mind. There is an item. Yeah, this is an item. It's like invisible. But here, you can see it. Oh right, it has no mesh. It's not invisible. It just has no mesh. But yeah, that's an item. It's just a placeholder. That's what's like in front of the camera when you inspect an item. So when I pick up an item, when I pick this up, that one actually just disappears. I'm hiding it, and what I'm actually doing is making the one that's attached to the camera visible, and that's the one I'm controlling and inspecting. It's just transferring the data over, although it looks like it did not transfer. Interesting. It did not transfer the material. It should have, but that just means that I have not actually set that up perfectly. So we're in gameplay. Click on click. I need like a basically. Why do I need the mesh? I don't know. Do I use this anywhere else? Yeah, I need to like look at this and redo this part. No, I'm emptying it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. It might be necessary to, I don't know. Because I'm resetting it here, but it's setting it to empty, so it makes it invisible. It looks like it's invisible. I need to relook at this because I need to also apply material and scale and all of that. It needs to also all be applied. So I just need a generic function in here to apply that data. Oh shit. Refresh. Yeah, I gotta look at all this again. It's been a hot minute since I've been in here. Oh yeah, this should have all that already. Mesh, icon, material, texture. Yeah, I need to have like a scale, a function or event that updates the what's it called? That updates the fake placeholder item on the camera. That's what I need to do. Oh, I'm not even using that. Why am I setting that up? Oh, whatever. King of Pain, welcome. Good morning from the Netherlands. I just finished binging your The Long Dark Lore. Loved your work. I love the work you poured into the videos, especially Fury Then Silence. Thank you. I appreciate it. That one was definitely the biggest project I've done so far. And I'm about to make a video that's 25% longer than that one, right? 25? 33% longer than that one. It's over 40 minutes long. But I appreciate the love and support there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I thought I would never make another video like that one, like the same length. I'm about to make another one that is 33% longer. A whole 10 minutes longer than that one. That was 31 minutes long. Okay. I'm less concerned about that. Okay. You guys get the picture here, hopefully. So now... Okay, back to the player. Back to the player. We're here. Can this work? I mean, this will always be is valid because it's literally attached to the player, but we can still use it here. It's just a precaution. It's a good thing to practice. Always, like, future-proof your game. This, you know, helps a lot. Can I not copy? This bug infuriates me. I have, like, go over here. There we go. There's this weird bug where you, like, lose the ability to copy and paste or delete stuff on one tab, but then you just move over to another one and it fixes it. Yeah, because even though this is a fake item, this should have its own read menu attached to it. Let's see if this works. Oops. Alright, I want to end the stream here shortly, but let's see if this works. Let me just to be double sure here. Let me put this on the side screen here. Why did I feel like it took longer? It went through, but it didn't do anything. Okay, that would have removed it, but that wasn't intentional. I shouldn't be able to do that. There's nothing there. Okay, so item parent, I need that over here. I'm going to observe this. I guess, yep, item parent. Oh. Oh, it's not reading the item on the player. Interesting. Shit. It's physically attached to the player, but it won't show me if that code is being fired. I would have to print, I guess. Print. Do. Like here, let's see. Read? Yeah. So that worked. It didn't do anything. That is just a generic item, right? On the player. Oh, it's not. It's just a static mesh because it doesn't need to be the item. It just needs to be a mesh to visually. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay, so we're just gonna bypass. I almost want to make that an actual item, but that would complicate things. What I need to do is create first of all, I don't even need this because we're gonna disable this a different way. I need to create the read menu from here. Create widget. I don't want to do this, but I got to. Do I have a read reference here? No. Inspection read. Well, that's fine. Read. Inspection. Read. Rough. Okay, so that actually does need the data. Let me put this all back onto the main thing here. So this needs the item data in order to access this information and set it on the menu. So item data. Gotta finish this fast. Gotta go fast. Where is that? Bring it over here. Editable spawn. So now refresh. Okay. This is getting more complicated. Let's not do this on the player. On the player, all I'm doing is toggling read, which is just the variable, and this, which is the control. We're hiding the HUD, essentially. Okay. Toggle read, set visible. What are we setting visible? Set visible. So toggle read is true. We're going up here. Set visible, true. Okay, the naming convention here is a little off, but that's fine. Just leave it as is. That should be correct, because that's what we're using up there for when we're reading. The function button will create... wait, did I copy it? Damn it. Create widget. Read. I need to delete this variable on the player. This is getting complicated. There. Create it. We need to be able to... Oh, we don't need a variable. Viewport. Add to viewport. 3. Just so that it's on top of the button, because the button I think is 2. These buttons. So this should be 3. This will be on top. Give me a trash bag. No, Trash Panda, get out of here. Can I eat bread that's made out of wood? Sure, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, add to viewport. Okay, I think we're good. And then on construct, we need all of this to be variable. Is variable. Is variable. Is variable. Title. Set text. Set text. Set text. Please. I'm working as fast as I can. Item data. Split. Name. Although that says title. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that's right. Item name, flavor text, description. It doesn't look quite pretty, but that's fine. Yikes. Oh, this one goes here. Please. There we go. What was that? Okay. Let's see if this works. There we go. It's got the title. It's got the flavor text there and the description. I can't obviously click on the buttons. That's good, but I'm gonna hide the inventory anyways. So from here, what I'm gonna do off stream is make sure that this can bring me back to the inventory. Basically, I gotta tell the read menu, am I being created from the inspection menu or if I'm being created by the inventory? That way you have the ability to switch back and forth. Tony, I'll donate. Toasty, I almost said Tony. I'll donate $400 if you ban Just. Why? Why would you do? I'll take the $400, but I'm not banning them for no reason. No, bad person. Bill Cookter meant body bag. Oh God. All right. Also, I do need to somehow get the item visibly on screen as well. Oh, that's not good. That's very bad. That'll be something I worry about off stream. Not now. Okay, we're getting there. I'm gonna try my best to like tackle as much of this stuff off stream now. I'll have to see if I'm even doing another stream in 2 weeks because I think oh, actually, I still need to do the puzzle stuff. I'll have to prepare for that because the puzzle parent is perplexing. I need to prepare for that. And make sure that I'm ready for that on stream because that's gonna suck. But a lot of this I'm gonna be doing off stream. The remainder of like the inventory stuff. Oh, I need to do item sorting as well. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's end the stream here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I'll be playing the Long Dark tomorrow. And then GTA 4 on Friday. Saturday is more the Long Dark, and then Sunday I'm bringing Supermarket Simulator back again. If you want to watch another game dev stream, you gotta wait 2 weeks though, just so you know. All right,